15 love.
Unfortunate enough to have Barbara Shett courtside. Bubsy, great to have you here this morning. Hopefully you're staying cool under that umbrella there.
I am. I love this umbrella. Without it, I think I would be lost. It's really, really hot down here. I know you said 27 degrees, but it feels like 37 to me already, and the match has only started now. Wonder how the players are feeling.
There's Bubsy just trying to stay cool.
Bubsy, yeah. You're well protected.
I am. I'm prepared. I've got my water here, electrolytes, everything's here.
Slip, slop, slap, that's what we say here.
That's right.
Yeah, Team Canada.
Positive start.
That's good.
Bubsy, I'd love to get your thoughts on how you see this one unfolding, or maybe what might be some of the key points for each player, considering you do, follow them all year round.
Well, I think Leylah Fernandez does have a pretty good chance because she has the speed, but she also has the variety. And the fact that she's a left-hander, she can open up the court beautifully to the backhand of Donna Vekic. With Donna, it's always a bit of a thing. I mean, she can pretty much hit you off the court if she, or when she has a good day. She serves extremely well, especially with the first shot after the serve. She's super aggressive. And when she's standing the right way towards the ball, then she can be very, very powerful. But if you get her out of her comfort zone, if you get her moving, then she's in trouble. So I think that has to be the key for Leylah Fernandez today. And I'm surprised as well the two of them have never faced each other. It's really, yeah, not common, considering how long they've been on the tour, both of them.
Perfect start to just what Bubsy was saying, and anything short, Vekic is going to be on top of the ball. And she can create so many of those opportunities with how well she serves. The placement of her serve is something that's definitely improved over the course of the last couple of years. And that's where Leylah, I feel like, can hurt Vekic, is if she can continue to use the angles off the court. That's an area of her game that is very strong. She's able to open up the court so well, flatten the ball out, especially Well, a little bit more spin on the forehand, but flatter on the backhand. She's very good at being able to spread the court.
A great first serve there from Vekic to tie things early on in this first set. And there's Felix Auger-Aliassime warming up.
Always the ultra professional, one of the hardest workers.
And you also said one of the nicest players on tour as well.
Very respectful of everybody, yeah. But he does everything so precisely.
Yeah.
59.
Something we haven't mentioned yet, Jill, is the new addition to Donna Vekic's coaching staff, and that is Sasha Bain. We all know his experience, the previous hitting partner for Serena Williams for 8 years, hitting partner for Victoria Azarenka, Sloane Stephens, Caroline Wozniacki, also coached Naomi Osaka to 2 Grand Slams. There he's on screen.
Just in the front is Sasha. Excellent drop shot. Had great underspin, backspin on that.
Yeah, and I think that's a fantastic tactic as well, to throw a drop shot in every now and then.
Yeah.
We know laterally Donna Vekic is moving okay, but when she has to sprint forward, she's struggling a little bit more. So it's the variety for Fernandez which will be key in combination with the power. I wish.
There's Goran Ivanišević watching this match with intent. He's joined Elena Rybakina coaching. That's his first WTA match yesterday when she was playing her singles.
He's very excited to make the transition to the WTA Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something new for him. Sorry, go ahead, Bubsy.
I spoke to him this morning, and he was pretty happy with how Elena played, but even more excited about the mixed double. Pretty funny.
Things on serve in this first set, 2-1. So what do we think? I'd love to get your thoughts, Jill and Bubsy, on what you think Sasha can bring to Donna Vekic's game. He's clearly experienced. He's been a hitting partner, he's been a coach, and now she's appointed him. And it's still very early days, but what do you think some of the key things are that might benefit her game?
I think for me, a lot of it could help because, you know, you mentioned all the players that he's worked with. And of course, Serena Williams stands out because he was with her for so long. And just his experience to be around her type of mentality for how many slams she's won, for, you know, being able to handle those big moments and how to maybe push through those moments. And I think that is so valuable because she has the game. She has the game to be able to, you know, get a slam. I mean, she made her first semifinals of a slam at Wimbledon this year, and she wasn't far off of making the final. Had that epic battle against Paolini. And so I think that mentality a little bit to get her to that next moment, I think would be huge.
And he's just really positive, you know.
Yeah.
I think she wants to surround herself with somebody really motivating, being really positive. She's very self-critical. She likes to, you know, nothing is good enough whenever she plays. So I think it's a great choice to work with her.
Things are on serve here in this women's singles between Team Canada and Team Croatia.
I do like that play, though, from Fernandez, incorporating the slice and then immediately trying to step up and attack that next ball. Good tactic again. And she knows that variety is going to be helpful for her. I mean, she's used it right away, right from the start.
$15. $30.50.
That's where Vekic can really dominate on that forehand side. Got so low with the legs there. That was beautifully done, just redirecting that middle ball. Not the easiest shot to be able to create an angle on, but she did it really well. And that just puts a little pressure on Fernandez too. I mean, anything short, you know, Vekic is gonna look to take control. So it just provides that pressure to try and get that depth on the ball consistently.
So we've got Bubsy down there with Benjamin Singwan for Team Canada. Let's hear what he has to say.
Benjamin, great that you're taking the time to have a chat with me. I'm wearing the right clothes, obviously, the right colors here as well today. Team Canada's campaign has started today. In what spirits is the team, and in what spirits are you?
No, I mean, we're really excited. This is a really fun event, surrounded by a lot of good people, and we're going to do everything we can to try push our way to the top.
I don't know how much women's tennis you're watching, but what do you make of Leylah's performance so far against Donna? It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think she looks great. It's a really high-level match so far, and I really like Leylah's chances. I mean, she's been working really hard the last couple of days, and she looks great so far.
What do you think she will have to do to capture this first point for Team Canada?
I just think she's got to maintain her level. She seems really fit and acclimated to the conditions, and I really like her chances.
Are you getting ready for a doubles maybe later on? I mean, it depends a little bit on the score, right? But would you be ready?
Yeah, I'd definitely be ready. We'll see. One match at a time.
Thanks, Benjamin.
Thank you.
Great point there from Benjamin in terms of how important it is for the players to get acclimated to this weather, because some of them are coming from different extremes, right? From the cold to the heat,
Right,
getting
yeah.
ready for the summer of tennis. And we saw that last night when Team China were playing Team Brazil. And in the women's singles, Jill, you were calling that one. And we
Me
saw
and Bubsy
everything.
were together, yeah.
Absolutely. You saw the cramping, possible injuries or tightness, stiffness. Sometimes you can't control that.
No, you can't. And sometimes you don't know when it's coming. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if, I don't remember Hologic Maya in particular ever cramping either, or, I mean, I hadn't seen, Zhao play that much, but.
And that was an evening match too.
That was
So
an evening match,
it's
yeah.
different when
But there was so much tension. That's
Yeah.
that can create, even though it might not be as hot, that's not always necessarily the reason why players start to cramp. I mean, everyone's different.
Yeah.
A lot of it is if you hydrated enough the night before, but it was such a tense and a high intensity match. And so that always could be a factor.
So an easy hold for Fernandez. We're on serve, 3-2 in this first set. Well, let's take a drive down south to Esperance. So many things to do. It's 696 kilometres southeast of Perth, surrounded by stunning scenery and beautiful oceans. You can go four-wheel driving along the beach, have a dip in the crystal blue waters. Jill?
Have you been there?
I have a few times. It is a little bit of a distance.
Is the water's warm though, right? Is the water warm?
That's a very good question.
Do you go in?
I can't remember. But certainly a place to visit if you haven't already. So we have Donna Vekic having some words from her newly appointed coach, Sasha Bain. Interesting, we saw yesterday with Goran, he was sitting far back from Elena. He really didn't get involved. He was more observing and taking it all in as opposed to getting involved with her match. So different approaches from different coaches.
Yeah, I kind of liked that Goran took that approach actually, because, Rybakina, we don't get to see her show her emotions that much, or, in the interaction. I think that would be good for her just to let her interact with the team, let her do her own thing. And, he allowed the coach from Kazakhstan to get involved and to take over. And she looked like she was having a very good time. Her sister's here, Rybakina's sister's here, which she says how much she's enjoyed having a family member next to her. But it's also the players too, I think Vekic likes having that input, all the time. She wants, it's a new situation for her as well. She wants to hear what Sasha has to say. When you pushed that far out wide, again, Fernandez throwing in that nice short angle. Got to make sure you get that depth on the ball. That one just sat up for Fernandez to take control.
Yeah, she's got to use those angles,
Yeah.
Leylah Fernandez, especially on the backhand wing towards Vekic, where she really has to move towards the ball, out the court. It's a bonus, especially in these conditions, to rely on your serve to get 3 points in. And I wonder how Donna Vekic feels. She only arrived a few days ago here in Australia with the heat. Leylah Fernandez has been here for a month already nearly. Almost had too much time there.
Yeah.
15-13.
Did it look, from your perspective, Babsi, that the ball maybe jumped up on her at the last moment?
It did jump
Yeah.
up a little higher, and she was hesitant. And Jill, you and I, we know you can't be hesitant.
No.
You have to pick your spot. You have to go for it.
Yep. I think the worst thing you can do is change your mind mid-stroke.
Last second, yeah. Don't do that. Is that the same baby from last
Yeah.
month? It's back again.
I think they're upset with that unforced error, maybe. A little bit of pressure there from Fernandez. Don't mind that approach.
I mean, neither. I like that intention. I mean, because Vekic serves so well, when you get second serve opportunities, you gotta go for it. And look at how fast she got in there, looking to take that ball, wanting to make sure it didn't get above her shoulders. But I do like that she was going after that.
Big point there at 30-all. Vekic just doing well to hold her ground. Looking to level things here in this first set. Too good.
Game Team Croatia.
Throwing in some variety there from Donna Vekic.
3 games all.
Sasha liked that one too.
Yeah, it's a smart way to add that into her repertoire, because she's playing with so much pace from the baseline, Donna Vekic, so you're automatically kind of standing a little further behind the baseline, and if she's capable to utilize that drop shot, it's definitely a weapon.
That's so good. Even when you can predict that it might be coming, because we know how good she is at the angle. She just hits her spots so well.
Is that where maybe Vekic could be using the middle a bit more, just to not
Take
give
the angles away, yeah.
Fernandez that angle?
That would be, yeah, that is a one way to take that shot away from her. But it has to have good depth on that middle ball. Fernandez serving pretty well, I think. I mean, her first serve has always been pretty effective, but I was curious, you know, the second serve, that's where an area where Vekic could attack, but she's getting good depth on that second serve, and Vekic has been struggling to time that one so far.
First serve percentage sitting at 90% for Fernandez.
Last first.
That's great cutting into the court from Vekic off of the return. Sometimes you can, as you're repositioning yourself, start to back away a little bit, but she really did a good job of getting inside that baseline to take the next ball early.
Some aggressive play there from Leylah Fernandez. 4-3, first set.
4 games to 3.
Team Canada happy with how Leylah Fernandez is performing thus far. No doubt they're feeling the heat creep up a little bit on court. As we just watch some of the highlights of that last point. Love seeing Fernandez take that ball out of the air, but also take time away from Donna Vekic.
I like that she doesn't hesitate. And I think, you know, her court positioning is so good. She loves to hug the baseline. So it almost gives her a little bit more opportunities to be able to take that ball, to see it early and take it out of the air.
She's applying pressure, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's looking for a second serve to attack on. She's taking balls out of the air. Good mindset early on in this first set.
That's good, right? Yeah. That almost worked.
So close.
I made a bet with Ben.
What was the bet? Who's getting what?
That you were going to get the saber in and win the point. Ben said, no way. There's no way she's doing it. So,
Team Canada keeping things light-hearted on the change of ends. Nice to see them relaxed and enjoying this experience. And Bubsy, how's the heat feeling down there? Because we are edging towards the end of this first set.
It's heating up.
Yeah.
I'm starting to sweat. I just put my hair together into a ponytail because I'm sweating too much. So again, I wonder how much that will come into place for both players, considering that Leylah Fernandez has been here. She's acclimatized for the last few weeks, and Donna Vekic, obviously the opposite, still battling jet lag. Can't rule that out.
And I'm just sensing the last few service games of Donna Vekic. She's been under more pressure than Leylah Fernandez, throwing a couple of double faults, not getting as many first serves in. Her first serve percentage sitting at 65% currently.
That's good recovery from Vekic. Well, I think, yeah, Leylah decided quite early that she was going to look to apply that pressure and attack. I mean, we saw her on one second serve get a head start and almost end up inside the service line after she hit one of the returns. Didn't make it, but I think, I think she felt that from the beginning that maybe, Vekic's first serve percentage wasn't as sharp as it could be, and has tried to attack and make Vekic think about that serve a little bit more.
Last first. 40-15.
Does have a little bit more pop off that first serve, Vekic. Fastest serve, 175 kilometres per hour. Good hustle there from Vekic.
Game Team Croatia.
Anticipated that drop shot.
4 games all.
And this is where it gets interesting, Babsy, doesn't it?
Yeah, she doesn't necessarily feel too comfortable at the net normally, Donna Vekic, but she's done well in that moment. Really, when you look at her presence on the court, she's playing 1 point at a time. Very focused. And this will be, it's crunch time coming up in this first set, so it'll be interesting to see how the level is going.
$15.
Bit of a miss hit there from Vekic on that forehand, which opened up the court nicely. I think when she has depth on her forehand into the backhand side of Fernandez, that's when the Canadian is struggling a little bit.
She's continuing to use that drop shot, Fernandez.
13-15.
Almost wanting to bring Vekic forward. She's noticing how far back in the court she was off that return.
Yeah, and she wasn't too irritated that she didn't win the point before when she tried that drop shot, so give her credit for that.
It's almost a fine balance, isn't it, between using it too much but then also using it to your advantage.
what a great point from both. I mean, Fernandez just is scrambling throughout that entire match, and Vekic did a good job of being able to get the last ball to the feet of Fernandez. Just great court sense, great awareness. That one right there, just a difficult volley to control.
Game Team Canada. Team Canada lead 5 games to 4.
On serve here in this first set.
We just want to take a look at the court positioning and the rally hit points of both players. Vekic does like to be closer to the baseline overall. That's where she likes to be. But compared to Fernandez, she is a little bit more inside that baseline. And so she's looking to rush Vekic right from the start. That is one of her biggest assets. She likes to take time away from her opponents. But as I said, they both like to dictate and control. But Fernandez is the one that is looking to be inside that baseline more often. We've seen her get to the net, use the drop shot. She's trying to look to move forward a little bit more.
We've also seen that with her trying to take balls out of the air as well. So certainly both players playing very aggressively in this first set. As we have a look at Felix warming up out on court, on the outside court here on RAC Arena. Just getting his eye in, getting used to the conditions as well. It is quite warm out on court.
Just keep playing the way that we play all the time. Just do the same thing.
That's Jorge Fernandez on the left. Fernandez's father works with her quite a bit.
See Vekic with the ice towel. Utilizing it early on here. Fernandez doing a great job in this first set of just holding her nerve, holding serve, putting the pressure back on Vekic. It'll be interesting now to see how the players approach these points as we near towards the end of this first set. So Vekic serving now at 4-5.
Love 15.
It's a great example of just the constant mentality of Fernandez. Any moment, any inch that she has, she wants to step up. Good example right here, just split so well and then immediately move forward. That 1 or 2 steps makes such a big difference.
Yeah, and really dictating with her forehand, sticking to her game plan, being aggressive.
So under pressure here, Vekic at love 30.
That's for serve. Love 14.
And with that double fault, it brings up 3 set points for Leylah Fernandez.
That was too ambitious, maybe, wasn't it? I mean, she was coming in so quickly to take that return, being almost on the tee there. See, she had to get out of the way, but she's certainly just trying to put pressure on Vekic, that's for sure, constantly.
Not bad to chance it at love 40, though. Have a little bit of breathing room, I think.
Still 2 set points.
Just ended up reaching a little bit. Expecting maybe a deeper shot from Vekic.
Last for some.
Just misses.
Juice.
And really good focus from Vekic. Just felt like she really dug deep to put a little extra pace behind the backhands.
So 3 set points saved by Vekic, and we're at juice now. Can't help but think that point at love 40 when Fernandez had that second serve opportunity.
I totally agree.
Yeah, there's a part of me that feels like, okay, I like the fact that she was a little bit gutsy and wanted to go after it because she can be pretty successful. It happened to be a very good serve right into the body at that moment.
Great response there from Fernandez, yeah. Much better second serve return, starting the point.
Yeah.
And once again, Vekic, she doesn't like it to get pushed behind the baseline. Today, it happens a lot of times. She can't really control the point.
So 4th set point opportunity now for Fernandez. And another look on a second serve. Interesting to see what she does now. And not having to do too much. So Fernandez captures the first set in 45 minutes, 6 games to 4. For Fernandez will be maintaining that aggression and that execution, and for Vekic it would be really to try and apply some pressure on the Fernandez serve. See if she can get an early break here.
So many times Leylah Fernandez plays behind Donna Vekic, wrong foots her, and clearly the Croatian doesn't like that, changing directions in her movements. So a lot more creativity from Fernandez.
So hard to pick a left-handed serve, isn't it?
I was just thinking overall, I feel like Fernandez can disguise things well. I even feel like there have been moments, yes, on the serve where Donna Vekic has sort of been frozen, not quite sure where she's going to hit her spot, but also off the ground as well. Is another instance. I mean, she missed that, but Vekic, she just felt like, you know, stood still, wasn't quite sure where Fernandez was going to go for that shot.
Game Team Canada. First game, second set.
Real positive game there from Fernandez, continuing to take time away.
You never get the sense that she's going to miss that swing volley. I mean, she looks so secure when she goes to approach that ball. Definitely an area of her game that there have probably been a lot of consistent reps, because she does create quite a few opportunities for herself.
And it's just that transition to the net just looks so natural to me, doesn't it? It's great to see, and it's so much easier to be able to finish the point at the net if you feel comfortable. I'd like to see that a bit more on the women's tour in general.
Hey, hey.
Such a great return there from Fernandez.
Yeah, it's really interesting to watch her waiting for that return. I'm just sitting right here, just a few meters away from her. I think Donna Vekic will barely see Leylah Fernandez because she's so deep, you know, bent her knees so low, waiting for that return. She's certainly trying to take time away from her opponent, Leylah Fernandez.
have a look at the win predictor. Pre-match, it was in the favour of Donna Vekic, but we've had a big swing, 33% towards Leylah Fernandez.
Game, Team Croatia.
Lots to love, Vekic.
1 game all.
So obviously so important to get on the board right away, but to do it at love, that's got to feel good for Vekic, because didn't really have that many easy service games in that first set, so that'll give her a little boost of confidence.
Too good. Fantastic hustle there from Vekic.
What a very well executed drop shot from Vekic, just so precise. And snuck forward, saw Fernandez in trouble, so she got a little bit of a head start up to that drop shot, really nicely controlled.
So the first double fault for Fernandez in this match.
Well, it's the first time she seems to be in a little bit of trouble on her serve. A little opening there for Vekic, she would know that. And she's not happy with her return. Quite a few unforced errors there. And we all know a lefty serve is not easy to control.
Great way to get back to 30 all. She's been quite impressive, hasn't she, Budsy Fernandez, in terms of just continuing to back herself.
Yep, I love it. I love it. Her game plan is pretty clear. She wants to take time away from Vekic. She wants to step into the court and come to the net as much as possible. And it does pay off. I mean, a moment ago it was love 30. And look at her now. She's brave.
Game, Team Canada.
4 points in a row for Fernandez, and we're on serve. 2-1, second set. As we look at the Kimberley region, it has so much to offer, from sailing in stunning clear water, picturesque walking tracks, riding camels along the beach, and then being able to see it all from above in a helicopter ride. So much to see and do in the state of Western Australia. Such a large state. Absolutely stunning. And what has also been stunning has been the performance of Leylah Fernandez. Whenever she's been in a little bit of a pickle, Jill, she finds a way, doesn't she?
She never, you never get the sense that she's doubting herself. I mean, she does have the perfect game plan, and she's sticking to it. She's not hesitating, and that's been so important for her.
I love it. Don't think.
The team captain of Maoli having a few words to Donna, as well as her coach, Sasha.
Time.
What do you think they'd be saying to Donna right now, Jill? How can she get herself on top in the second set?
You know, I think her serve needs to improve from the first set. I think that really hurt her in the beginning. She gave Fernandez opportunities. I think that first game already was better, held at love, but, you know, took her time a little bit more. Fernandez is so good at making you feel like you're being rushed. So just, you know, utilize the time in between points. Make sure you're ready when you're stepping up. I mean, she's such a good competitor, Vekic. You know she's not going to go anywhere. She's there every moment of the match. So I think it's just, you know, reinforcing that positive emotion, that positive momentum that she can create.
She definitely want a few more points like that off that first serve, getting the shorter response. A few quicker points as well.
It's such a good combination. The first ball very deep in the court, right down the center, and then immediately using the angle.
Yeah, she just doesn't feel too comfortable moving around. Donna Vekic, she likes to be the one in control of the points, but today it's Leylah.
So much of her game relies on that serve. That's what helps her be able to dictate, is when she's able to hit the spots on the first serve.
Good hold there from Vekic.
I think she's starting to take some bigger cuts off the ground. Definitely an increase in pace in that point from Vekic.
Well, that first serve certainly helped in that last game, just to set herself up in all those points. That's where she likes to be, isn't it? Inside the court.
And we talk about how important it is, the depth of your average rally ball. I think in this matchup as well, especially against Fernandez, who likes to be on top of the baseline, that depth is so important, because that's an area where Vekic will be able to rush Fernandez a little bit and help create some more short balls for Vekic.
59.
And we spoke about how Fernandez loves to be inside the baseline. We saw that earlier with the difference in the court positions. Fernandez just closer to the baseline overall than Vekic. And that can be such an asset, but it can make you vulnerable too. If Vekic is able to continue to get the good depth that she's shown in this second set.
15 all.
Nice hit off that forehand.
Just looking at the motion of Leylah Fernandez, gets that nice hip rotation and good bend with the knees that allows her to really push off the ground to get up to that ball. I think she could land inside the baseline a little bit more off of that serve. And that one, it was a little bit better. You want to make sure you land inside. You don't want to be jumping backwards.
A great 1-2 play there from Fernandez. Sets it up beautifully with that first serve down the tee. Continues to be aggressive off that forehand side.
Okay, Team Canada.
And an ace to secure that service game for Fernandez. 3-2, second set. So, Bubsy, what do you think Vekic needs to do off the return? Because she's clearly struggling a little bit off that left-handed serve from Fernandez. Is there somewhere different she can stand or approach?
I think she could change her stance a little bit. When you have problems returning, when you don't find that rhythm a little bit, maybe try to confuse your opponent with the serve and try to maybe stand a little bit further out, further in the court as well, and just make sure that you make your opponent think. I think that's the most important thing, and to try to break her rhythm. And we know in tennis it's so easy that the momentum, it can happen so quickly that the momentum changes. But so far, I have to say, Fernandez is sticking to her game plan. She's really disciplined, executing it as well, and she even has a smile on her face. I love it.
Was that you or us three?
The last person doing it I'll do for the team. That's a little different.
I like that. That's the attitude.
I've been so impressed in terms of her body language, Fernandez. She might be under pressure or she might be ahead and she just stays the same. She backs herself.
And she's always had that good competitive nature about her. But I love this situation. I mean, it's very rare that we see the players on the changeover. Normally it's them by themselves on the bench, but you know, they're surrounded by the team members. They have all that support. I like to see them both laughing and having fun in the middle of the match. But they've both been so good as once they step back out on the court, have such great intensity. This is good to see Donna laughing a little bit too. It's the first time actually in this match that we've seen her with her team and just having a little bit of fun.
So Vekic serving. 2-3, second set.
Love 15. Love 30.
Fifth double fault for Vekic. Almost took that first overhead too easy.
Yeah, she should have put that away for sure. Didn't create an angle at all.
She had so much time. I think she was actually waiting for Fernandez to make a move, and then all of a sudden just guided it in the court. And this one as well, trying to get a little bit more power. Didn't have to go for such an acute angle.
Yeah, but I think she was panicking.
Yeah.
Once she saw that she didn't convert that first smash. There's trouble here.
So that's the third time Fernandez has tried to approach off a second serve and hasn't yet been successful.
She's stubborn, isn't she? She keeps on trying that.
It's the first time she made it. I mean, it was a let court, but first time she made it. But too good. Good focus from Vekic. Just getting off the service line.
30-40.
So from love 40, we're now at 30-40. You just don't want to let opportunities like that slip away, especially up against someone like Donna Vekic, who fights for every point regardless of what the scoreline says. A big difference to lead 4-2, a set in 4-2 and a second set to then 3-all.
That's better movement on the baseline from Vekic. Didn't back off in that moment. Really held her ground.
Advantage Team Croatia.
So from love 40, Vekic now has a point to level things here in this second set.
Left for serve.
What a way to fight.
Team Croatia. New balls, please. 3 games all.
Great spirit there from Vekic, from love 40 to then win 5 points in a row to level things here at 3-all in this second set.
Yeah, you have to give her that. She's hanging in there. Certainly not playing her best tennis probably today. Not what she would expect. But she's hanging in there. And if you hang in there, it usually does pay off eventually. You will create opportunities.
It'll be interesting now to see how Fernandez responds. She was 1 point away from having a 4-2 lead in the second set. Will that last game play on her mind now?
Definitely her energy is up, and that always, it can help. It goes a long way. Fernandez has been hearing her, Vekic being a little bit more vocal those last 4 or 5 points.
Looks like there's a little window of opportunity opening up for Donna Vekic. It's just what I mentioned, that momentum change could be now.
And every time she seems to have a little window, Vekic, Fernandez responds. And you can see the frustration from Vekic because she hasn't had many opportunities. And just when she thinks she has one, Fernandez comes up with that winning forehand.
The forehand down the line in particular has worked very well for her. She did step inside the baseline a little bit more on that return. I was looking to attack. It was a pretty good return, but great pickup off the ground from Fernandez.
Vekic not happy, but Fernandez holds her nerve. Yet to be broken in this match. She leads 4-3, second set.
I felt like Federer there.
Yeah, whenever you want to learn that. All right, you let me know. Okay. That's awesome. Some ballet classes? Some ballet classes are needed. Good job, Leylah.
Team Canada happy with that last point. It had it all, didn't it, Jill?
A little bit of a mishit there, and I actually thought Vekic was going to go for that tried and trusted backhand down the line, but tried to sneak one past Fernandez. Great reach and just unfortunate miss here from Vekic. Not a shot you see her miss that often, and just completely flustered. I mean, it was a pretty big unforced error there from Vekic.
Just seems Vekic so far today just hasn't been able to capture those small windows of opportunities that Bubsy touched on earlier.
Are you really making me?
But the opposite has been true for Fernandez, is when she has had opportunities, she's capitalised.
She's definitely enjoying herself out there. I mean, I think I heard her say, like, she felt really good there. I mean, that's scary. I feel like she's been looking good the whole match.
Go. Go. You got it. Go, Chum. Here we go. Time to shine. Time to shine. Come on.
So time to shine for Leylah Fernandez. It's been so comfortable out on court throughout this match this morning. Had a real opportunity on the last service game of Donna Vekic. Can she create that again? That will be the question. And can Donna Vekic hold her nerve and just reset here to level things in this second set? An hour and 19 minutes of play. It's warm out on court. Both players looking really good physically.
Well, normally that's the perfect shot to go for, because that lob cross court is normally over a right-handed player the majority of the time. So it's that backhand lob that is one of the most difficult in tennis. But playing a lefty, that's the shot that has been almost perfect for Fernandez today. That swing volley has been so reliable.
Oh, she's not getting as many free points as she wants to. Donna Vekic on her serve. And of course, if you know that your opponent is taking that second serve early, stepping into the court, trying to put pressure on you, that puts pressure on your serve. Just lacking that bit of consistency today. A few more unforced errors from Vekic.
Also, would you say, Bubsy, it's the ability of Fernandez to get one extra ball back that also adds that pressure to Vekic, feeling like she has to do more on those shots?
Yeah, it's not easy for Vekic today to find that open space because Fernandez is moving quite well. There it is.
There's the break.
Team Canada lead 5 games to 3.
Bravo, Leylah, bravo. No
So
pienses.
Fernandez not painting the lines, but just making Vekic play, creating those opportunities. And now she will be serving to win the first match for Team Canada.
15 love.
I love that serve because Vekic definitely is, you know, you have to protect that lefty out wide serve. So Fernandez has thrown that in a few times where she's just changed it up down the tee.
And just like that, 3 match points for Leylah Fernandez.
Game, set match, Team Canada.
And what a way to win with an ace. Seals the first tie for Team Canada in what was an impressive performance from the young 22-year-old Leylah Fernandez. An hour and 25 minutes in straight sets, 6-4, 6-3.